On July the 16th, 2024, two brothers ran away from home to try an adventure on the Trans-American Trail. This is their prequel before they get started on the trail, their adventure to getting to the trail. All right, we are on it's hard to believe, day 3. It's July the 19th. So this is our pre-TAT ride. So we're trying to get ourselves to Ripley. We're getting a little sidetracked, but this is kind of the cool part about this trip. We are now in Shenandoah National Park, which is a pretty cool park. There's a lot
cool is operative word there, Dave.
Yeah,
the temperature dropped
is.
Drastically here.
When we left Birdsong, which is a great place, Jennifer, who owns the place, talked to us a little bit because we complained about getting lost, and she sat down with a map and showed us a route to go to get to Ripley, and highly suggested we go to the Skyland Drive through the park and then cut across on 33, which looked really pretty simple. It's pretty hard to get lost. However, when we got into Skyland, the views were spectacular, and we needed to stop for lunch. We do seem to like to eat, and that's
a little bit too much.
That's
actually.
A common thing. Yeah,
I was hoping to drop a few pounds during this.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about weight gain on this trip. Problem with clothes. I gotta make sure that they don't get too tight on this trip. We'll be in trouble. But we stopped for lunch at the park at this is Meadows, yeah, and had lunch and kind of looked around, and it was about 1 o'clock, and we had about 5 hours to go to get to Ripley, and we had the bright idea. Well, it really wasn't a bright idea. We walked by somebody that said, the rates here are really not bad considering we're in a national park. So I went in and they had a vacancy, and we just decided to hang out for the day. And we hung out, we rested, showered,
packed and repacked,
kind of sorted through our stuff. I mean, it was we're having issues with some of our stuff. We did, like we said, we took too much, and trying to pack it and get the weight distributed right. For any TAT riders, they have to watch this. It's like, don't take a bunch of stuff. The less you have, the better, because it did change the handling characteristics of our bike. I found that my front wheel was a little light, and when you're on the blacktop, it wanted to wobble a little bit, so I had to kind of redistribute our weight and try to offload some stuff. I think once we get to Tennessee, I'm going to leave some stuff.
Well, speaking about that, you worked extensively on getting our sag correct on the bikes and changing springs and all on the shock, but after we got all the weight on it and everything, we probably needed to know exactly how much weight we were going to go with before we set that sag, because because we ended up heavier than we meant to be.
Yeah, we're a little bit heavier than what between.
But it definitely makes it easy to get the front wheel up in the air now.
Yeah, he's the king of the wheelies. He always liked doing a wheelie, so it was good. So, but the bikes are handling pretty good now. We got them kind of trimmed up a little bit better. We stopped, we're having a little breakfast, and we're going to take a slow start out. But, we had dinner here. It was a pretty good dinner. And one of the problems we've had with packing is we were really good with clothes. I mean, it's literally, I've got 2 pairs of underwear, which is essentially 8 days worth of underwear. And well, you always, it's the old
and
thing.
Lord help me, I got to share a tent with this guy.
Oh, come on, you know that. It's the old story. You just turn them inside out and you get 2 days, and now you have this pack of wool.
Don't take that literally, please.
Well, the problem is 2 days with underwear, and all we packed is 1 pair of shorts to ride under our gear.
And most of our gear is perforated
gear
for hot weather.
Because it is hot. It was like I said.
Last night after dinner.
Wait. And then we had long pants that are perforated. So when we got to the room, we washed. Okay, which meant that
in the bathtub washing our clothes.
Yeah, which meant that all we had left were a t-shirts and perforated shorts. So then we go to dinner. and we don't think anything about it, and we come back from dinner and we go to leave,
and you know, the park is a large park, so it's what, maybe a quarter mile from our room to back to the lodge.
Yeah, at least.
You know, so you know, we had the ride and that, and it was a chilly ride.
It wasn't that bad. I mean, coming back,
it was what, the 60.
Well, coming back, it was, you know, dark, and the temperature dropped. It got down to about 64. Yeah.
You know, I did notice last night that your headlight looked jittery. Maybe we should tighten it up or something.
No, that was me shaking. I had my teeth were chattering.
I
know, and you
that.
gotta keep remembering that these were perforated shorts, so everything was getting pretty well chilled last night, and we actually had to turn I was looking for long johns. I wish I'd packed long johns actually, but we had to turn the heat on the room to get the chill out.
Yeah.
So it was a cool ride, and actually this morning it was 64 as well. So we're partially moving slow, so things will warm up a little bit before we head out.
Right, because it's still in the 60s, right?
It's still in the 60s right now. I may have to wear my rain gear just to keep from freezing. We'll see how it goes a little bit.
So anyway, that's where we're at.
Yeah, so we're gonna head to Ripley today. We should get there like 5 o'clock or so at where we're going. It may be a little later than that, but that's who cares. We'll settle in, and then the next morning, so today's Friday, so Friday night, Saturday morning, we'll actually start on the tap, and we'll get back to camping again.
You know, happy Friday to you folks that are still working.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.